minting mistakes, rare errors, collector demand, and the surprising reasons why one small coin can become one of the most valuable modern quarters ever discovered. The Washington quarter is one of the most familiar coins in the United States. For generations, it has passed through millions of hands, jingled in pockets, filled parking meters, and been dropped into vending machines. By 1980, the Washington quarter design had already been part of American life for nearly half a century. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the coin quickly became a permanent part of U.S. coinage due to its popularity. By the time the 1980 D quarter was struck, the design was deeply ingrained in the nation's identity. Most people never gave it a second glance, and that is precisely what makes the story of this coin so compelling. The idea that something so common, so overlooked, could hide immense value is what keeps collectors searching and dreamers hopeful. In 1980, the United States Mint was operating at several facilities, including the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D Mint mark found on coins produced there. The Denver Mint was known for high production volumes, and millions upon millions of quarters were struck that year. These coins were intended for everyday use, not for collectors or special commemorative purposes. The standard composition at the time was a copper core clad with outer layers of cupronickel, giving the coin its familiar silver-colored appearance. The face value was, of course, just 25 cents, and most of these coins still exist today in circulation or tucked away in jars, drawers, and piggy banks across the country, yet within this massive production run lies the key to rarity. When a mint produces coins in such high volumes, even small errors can slip through unnoticed. The minting process involves multiple steps, from preparing the metal blanks to striking them with immense pressure. Any disruption in this process can create a coin that is different from the rest. Most errors are minor and add little to no value, but some are so dramatic, so unusual, or so rare that they transform an ordinary coin into a collector's prize. The 1980 D Washington quarter is a perfect example of how this can happen. To understand why certain 1980 D quarters can be worth such extraordinary sums, it's important to understand how collectors think. Coin collectors are not just interested in age or face value, they are fascinated by uniqueness, condition, and historical context. Errors, mistakes, and unusual characteristics tell a story about what happened at the mint on a particular day, at a particular moment. Each error coin is essentially a frozen accident, a snapshot of a brief failure in an otherwise precise system. When that accident is rare enough, collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts to own it. One of the most significant factors behind the high valuation of certain 1980 D quarters is the presence of major minting errors. These errors can